人和国，中央人民政府今天胜利了。
但是你们难道
刚才也问我啊，我可以回半点去，可有奉告，我也不高兴。
哎，什么叫中国共产党啊？党叫干啥就干啥。
黑夜即将到来，一定要做好准备。
干死共产党！干死共产党！干死共产党！干死共产党！不干死共产党，绝不罢休！
消灭中共是正义的需要。
Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Exposing the CCP, and good to see you again. And also good to see our friends Chris and Mr. True. How are you guys doing today?
Very good. Hi, Zee and Chris, Flower. Welcome to our program, global friends and brothers sisters. We're going to continue to march on our mission to end the communism, especially the CCP. Thank you. Back to you, Chris.
Hi everyone, I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking, and I'm happy to be on the show again. Thank you.
Awesome. So we're going to continue our topic today, and there's some really exciting news, and hopefully our audience can feel that the oil price is dropping, because it seems like President Trump are reaching a, I don't know, good deal, maybe a very good deal with Iran. However, we still need to be cautious because we don't know what's going to happen. Even right now, there's a deal, but doesn't necessarily mean that something will happen in the future that might undermine everything. So we're going to continue to review one of the Miles video back in 2022, or 22. So a few years ago, he already predicted, what's going to happen in Middle East, what's going to happen in Iran, and he also warned that the CCP is actually the black hand behind the scenes. So we got to be very careful. And let's check out his video, and we'll be right back.
Remember this. The CCP would never transfer the technologies of their Dongfeng 15 and Dongfeng 41 missiles, especially the Dongfeng 41, to other countries. But in the past 20 months, during the pandemic, the CCP has invested heavily in missile technology and aggressively established overseas production bases without setting any limits. Where have the CCP set up the bases? There was a team of over 100 people in North Korea to help North Korea build missiles, launch vehicles, and construct roadbeds, seabeds, and foundations, which are underground. They are producing missiles that can be fired on the road from a truck, a train, a ship, or a submarine. This is how massive the expansion of production is. The CCP's missile system is fully ready and open to all of its strategic partners. I swear to God, and I'm 100% sure that the United States does not get the whole picture about this. I told them before, but they did not believe it. They will believe in the future. I believe they will believe in the end, because this is happening. What is the second country? Iran. Iran's drone and missile production is at full steam. Here comes the most important one, Saudi Arabia. The missiles from there will shake the US. It will terrify America. The missiles that the CCP gave to Saudi Arabia are long-range ones that can reach the US. Moreover, Syria has many drones. Saudi Arabia has drones and has been producing a massive number of drones. Iran produces drones too. Pretty soon, North Korea will show off its drones to the world. North Korea has purchased a large number of made-in-China, enhanced J-15 fighters. It is by the hundred, not the dozen. North Korea has all these fighters, missiles, and nuclear weapons. All the technologies for nuclear weapons will be provided to Iran, North Korea, and Saudi Arabia. From now on, humanity will face its biggest problems. What would you do if Saudi Arabia had nuclear weapons? Nuclear proliferation and missile proliferation. It was thought that they had short-range missiles that reached within 150 kilometers. Now they have missiles that can reach 10,000 kilometers. So, the CCP has provided missiles, nuclear weapons, nuclear technologies, and drones, and authorized the production technology of drones. When America wakes up, it will be too late for the so-called Indo-Pacific Strategic Force of the US in the Asia-Pacific area. This is huge.
So we can see that Mao's really have a lot of intelligence, and hopefully, U.S. government or especially Trump government administration this term is going to utilize his benefit from his intelligence information, try to take down the Chinese Communist Party. And as we're going to start with Chris. Chris, do you have some information to share with us regarding the background of the CCP and Iran? And go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you. So the main point of this video from 2022 is that the CCP is the primary driver of global nuclear proliferation and threats. Xi Jinping is not maintaining peace, but is actively building an entire Western nuclear axis. The solution does not lie in negotiations or sanctions, but in using intelligence to formulate concrete actions targeting the core of the CCP and its Axis allies. According to the video, the CCP has exported nuclear weapons and drones, production capabilities, and technology to the following countries: North Korea, Iran, Pakistan, Russia, and Saudi Arabia. CCP has also helped these CCP-friendly Axis countries establish military base directed against Japan and the United States. The video mentions that although the Western world did not fully believe Mr. Mao's revelations at first, it would eventually come to believe him, as evidenced by several subsequent events. One of the biggest news in 2023 was the major purge of the CCP's rocket force. Commander Li Yuchao and the political commissar Xu Zhongbo and other high-ranking officials were removed from their positions. This was followed by the downfall of Defense Minister Li Sangfu and multiple senior officials from the Equipment Development Department. The rocket force was plagued by severe corruption. Missile fuel was reportedly replaced with water. Silo lids failed to open properly, and procurement processes were riddled with graft. These scandals is indirectly benefited the Western world by delaying the CCP's nuclear weapon development plan. And the arrest of CCP Central Military Commission Vice Chairman Zhang Youxia in 2026 Zhang Youxia reportedly told Xi Jinping directly that he should not attack Taiwan. This went completely against Xi Jinping's wishes, causing his ambition to defeat the United States to fall apart. It also left Xi Jinping unable to explain the situation to the party's senior elders and veteran leaders, forcing him to accelerate the purge of CCP members who opposed him. Zhang Youxia's stance objectively helped the Western world and dealt a major blow to Xi Jinping's expansion plans. President Trump proposed the Advanced Golden Dome missile defense system, which includes space-based interceptors and sensors. Compared to Israel's Iron Dome, which is designed to intercept short-range rockets, America's Golden Dome is a scale-up, evolved version. It aims to gradually build a comprehensive defense network capable of countering ballistic missiles, hypersonic missiles, and cruise missiles in order to defend against missile system from the CCP and its Axis allies. The Trump administration's 2026 U.S. military operations to capture Maduro alive, as well as the U.S. military's decapitation strike against Khamenei and senior officials of the Iranian regime, both involved PLA military equipment. The system supplied by the CCP to its Axis allies completely failed during these operations. Venezuela has long used Chinese PLA exported air defense radars, missile systems, and communication equipment, while Iran has extensively relied on Chinese PLA provided air defense system, missiles, radars, drones, and communication equipment. This system had been thoroughly compromised or suffered from serious technical weaknesses. These actions have severely undermined Xi Jinping's expansion ambitions and forced him to further consolidate relationship with his remaining Axis allies, with the US having dealt with Iran, Saudi Arabia, and Pakistan in the Middle East, and Russia bogged down in the quagmire of its invasion of Ukraine. Xi Jinping has been compelled to strengthen ties with North Korea. He hopes to use North Korea to restrain Japan in the event of military actions against Taiwan. However, based on the outcome of the above actions, it can be inferred that Xi Jinping's plan is likely to fail. Although the Kim Jong-un family and the Xi Jinping family maintain a close relationship, with the CCP having provided intelligence that enable Kim Jong-un to purge his relatives and brother, and Peng Liyuan having sung for Kim Il-sung during her childhood visit to Korea. The military equipment supplied by the PLA to North Korea contains serious flaws. If conflict actually breaks out, it could instead increase the risk of Kim Jong-un's being targeted in decapitation strikes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chris, for this introduction. I think the global thing is really moving really quickly. The nuclear threat still from North Korea, and looks like the nuclear threat from in the Middle East is declining for now. But there is still CCP is trying to initiate something to threaten the world and try to dethrone the U.S. from Germany. And we need to be really careful. We need to focus on the CCP. We need to take them down ASAP. Otherwise, they may cause more problem in the near future. And now let's go to Mr. Truth. And what's your opinion on this, the CCP's influence on Korea, Middle East, etc.?
Okay. Thank you, Chris and Zee. Seeing over the last 6 months, we were seeing the Middle East is a regime which is, it's sort of dictatorship, okay? And it's also like a semi-feudal type of regime, extremely religious extremist. They don't care for number one, about the people, okay? And then they would do anything crazier than they are. I mean, lose control. They could, if they have the nuclear weapon. So many people, agencies and like militaries, intelligence said if Iran had already got the weapon, got the nuclear ready to launch, it would have already launched. Okay, so lucky that the U.S. bombed the whole thing, but it's still underground. It's ready still, and the CCP has fully supplied the whole set of setup, installation, and initiations. So anytime, if the peace deal is the CCP could actually already made nuclear heads just launch immediately. So who can prevent that? I mean, despite the mild score from 1922, that's like 4 years of continuous warnings, okay? And no one listened to him. What he just said in the video is a clear picture of what is happening now, okay? It's so precise, 4 years. So, and now the situation is sort of not getting that much better. Look at the Kim Jong-un, okay? He has like maybe 100 or 50 heads and ready launched by the CCP already. It is said. So that's ready to go. And we have like Taiwan still arguing about should we buy those defense weapons and missile shooting systems to protect itself, with the CCP fully infiltrated into the military, politics, and social society. So that's in one side. CCP, North Korea, okay, it's fully equipped. Yeah, on this in the southern China Sea, we have Japan is ready, okay, and Taiwan is rely on the chips. The chips really cannot fire. They can enhance capability. It's all new military games. The concerns maybe our audience, especially ourselves, and so on. So what we're seeing now is, in one side, the CCP's regime, the evil of excesses are ready. Okay, so this company, they got the intelligence, industrial capacities of the bomb to build, but the technological innovation, economical strengths, alliance networks, military readiness, okay, nations that combine all 6 factors, like those evil guys, they seem ready, okay. But I think we do notice another way, in the practical warfare over the last 4 years between Russia and Iran, Russian and Zelensky, okay. What we see is that the fighting actually, it's a symmetrical war to start with, but in the end, I think the Russian teams cannot win without really put the nuclear head on the other side, which is not allowed. Being a big nuclear, storage holding nations, you got to be responsible not to shoot first if the other ones are not threatening you with that. Definitely, Ukraine is not doing that. They just storm technology. I mean, it's so cheap, we can see. So that's a symmetrical war. But that is also the strength of the CCP and its allies. I think if CCP launch a war now, we don't know whether those drone war, when they just use the number overcome You have a weapon, but they can still launch a nuclear head on the drone as well. So that might be just game over soon for the Southeast, China Sea regions against Philippines and so on. So this is the situation. I mean, let's hope the CCP dare to launch first. I think they have all the money. The families are stay in United States and the West, the money. But I think it's the finance department already know where the money is. This is called follow the money. Okay, follow the money is a strategy contributed from Miles Gore. Okay, even defined by him, its contribution to the United States in the natural warfare against China. Okay, so that's very important. So all that give us a view, although that the geopolitical tension, military strength, and then how the Russian and Ukraine war is over 4 years, a big superpower cannot really overcome a country which is much less and that, and because the technology usage, the drone technologies, the innovations, so that's another thing. But of course, Russians are actually actively threatened to use the nuclear head to European countries because due to the continuous support military and financially into the Ukraine war against Russia, against Putin. So let's just hope that no one is going to blow out. But I think we cannot rest. And given that a lot of American sellout is still there, we can see more and more information comes out. How in depth the American economy has been, the wealth has been, taxpayers' money been stolen to funding their own enemies. So it's just that the domestic war to clean up is just as equally important as the war against the evil. So there's two wars: internal war and domestic war. Anyone fail to develop a strategy and have a look at the clear timeline, what happened if or not what. I mean, now we've got AI. So is your enemy also use AI as well. Let's see what strategy you can really come out. Let's see what happens. I think we are in the urge of either transformation into clarity and happiness, or will happen and the whole civilization could sink. So let's hope, pray to God and Buddhas, and the humanity will be saved and will be prosperous. Thank you. Back to you, Zee.
Exactly. I think the threat of from the CCP is escalating. It's increasing, especially near the Northeast Asia area and also the Middle East. But I know President Trump has a lot of things to take care of. We can't comment on his foreign policies, but I'm pretty sure they will notice the CCP's ambition, and we'll hopefully we can take a quick action against them very soon. Maybe after Cuba, maybe before Cuba. So we'll see. Okay, so I think we're almost at the time. And Chris, do you have anything else to add in addition to this?
Okay. I think what the Iranian wants is the regime change, just as the Chinese people also want regime change. So take down the Iranian dictatorial regime and take down the CCP as well. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. We need to just focus on take the core strategic strengths in a complex war game situation. It is we believe that the U.S. military intelligence and by through how they conducted Maduro's arrest as well as Iran's dictatorship regime, so far they have been broken. We believe the strength is there, but I think the internal consumption of the other side of politics, American sellout, they're the enemy of the nation, of the American people. So that probably just equally important. Let's hope God help American to get that right, and we believe it should be right very soon. So it's getting that way. Thank you for watching us. Thank you.
Thank you both for summarizing. I think this is we're at a very critical time of the history. Post-pandemic, we survived all the CCP virus. We survived the vaccine disaster, but the CCP may cause more military or geopolitical threat to still to the world. So as soon as we can take them down, and we should have a long peace again that everybody will long for. So please stay tuned and stay with us. And let's take down CCP together, and we'll work hard towards that goal. Take down CCP. See you next time.
Take down
CCP. Thank you.
Trump wants peace. Xi Jinping needs chaos. That is why the trap matters. Xi wants Trump trapped in the Middle East, not by defeating America, but by making it bleed where Beijing chooses. First, force the battlefield. Use Iran and its proxies to strike American forces overseas and call it self-defense or retaliation. Bleed U.S. power under the cover of crisis. Second, sow doubt across the Gulf. Make Gulf nations question whether American power can still protect them. Then Beijing walks in, wearing the mask of protection. Third, erode Trump's credibility. If he strikes, he is reckless. If he negotiates, he is weak. If he waits, he is losing control. Support becomes frustration. Frustration becomes anger. Anger becomes division, a condition Beijing first creates, then exploits. Fourth, empty the Pacific. Drain American weapons, attention, and political will. While America is pulled into the desert, the South China Sea opens. Iran is the bait. The Middle East is the trap. Taiwan is the prize. The CCP is the enemy. After hosting Trump and Putin, Xi Jinping entered Pyongyang. NFSC exclusive intelligence says this was not a visit, it was activation. Beijing did not buy loyalty, it bought hunger. Beijing sent 200,000 tons of beef to stage the welcome. In North Korea, where meat is a dream, 1 week of beef soup looks like a miracle. Xi entered as a false savior. Cameras filmed gratitude, hunger rented for theater. But the deeper intel is life and death. Jang Song-taek was not just Kim's uncle. He secretly backed Kim Jong-nam, Kim's brother, as the alternative ruler. Succession war. Xi's faction intercepted the intel and handed it to Kim. Then came the purge. The uncle fed to dogs. The brother assassinated. Beijing supplied the method. Pyongyang spilled the blood. That's the relationship. Money, intel, murder, survival. Xi went for one reason, activation, to turn a family killing machine into Beijing's nuclear pressure network. China, Russia, North Korea, Pakistan. America's Pacific Shield, Taiwan and Japan face the threat first. The world follows.